Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar and this is Pinstar Plays Mechabellum. So today I've got a slightly different approach here for you. So this is another me versus a real-life human match here. But instead of casting it live as I play it, I have already played this match. It is finished, it is concluded, and now I'm looking at it from the replay file. So this gives us kind of a little bit more control over the flow of the action. Also lets me pause the replay so that I can yap a bit more and I'm not, racing against the clock to finish my sentence, but also deploy my stuff and whatnot. So let me know which style of commentary you like more, the live commentary or the match replay analysis style. And I'll go forward with that. Just let me know in the comments. So anyway, my opponent here is What? They are the elite specialist, and they've started out with tarantulas and fangs. We are the marksman specialist, and we start out with sledgehammers and arc lights. So yeah, the elite specialist for my opponent, that means every unit that they recruit is going to start at level 2. Their initial units are all level 1. But they do have to pay for those higher level units. But they also start at level 2, which means they have twice as much hit points, do twice as much damage. So their troops are fewer but higher quality. We are the marksman specialist, so that we get a high-leveled marksman for free on round 2, which is pretty good. And then all our stuff is normal otherwise. So I'm going to thing here. So this is the first round. Now, as us looking over the replay, we can see both sides. We can see what they choose. We can see what units they unlock. We can see where they're positioning their troops. So we can see our opponent here unlocks crawlers as their one free unlocks, and then grabs 2 new units of it. You can see how much supply they have left, or how much have they used. So they've used all of their supply. I'm getting our stuff thing, and I have unlocked crawlers as well, and used 200 to get them positioned behind the towers. Just I figured a little extra chaff never hurt. Although their tarantulas are going to be pretty good at cleaning up my chaff. But yeah, I'm going to need to deal with that. The other reason I went with crawlers is I know I'd be getting a free unlock of the marksman next turn because of my ability, which means I'd have another unlock available if I wanted to the next turn. All right, so they have the same idea. They're putting their crawlers behind the towers. The reason why people do this, myself and my opponent included, is when they run past the tower, they split into 2. That makes it harder for AoE units, like my arc lights, to clean them up efficiently. Unfortunately, my arc light latched onto his tarantula early and is not shooting the guys here. I think I put one of my arc lights a little bit too far ahead. So here we've got all of my tanks here. They're, it takes them a while to wear down my tanks, but they can do it. And then, yeah, my arc light super good against all of these guys. Unfortunately, my tank line over here, since it only had the one arc light which got blown up, did not win this fight. So their tarantula is going on. We're going up here because again, they always go to the nearest target, towers included. So he's going to blow up my tower. Let's fast forward this. So yeah, we're all just taking out each other's towers. This is giving them a lot of experience points. It's giving me a lot of experience points too, but it's also burning up a lot of time in the round. See, you can see how much XP that they got here. Now the funny thing is, yeah, they start shooting each other, but the round ends. Oops. Hang on. So we got a series of cards. I was trying to pause it before it went to that. But we both went with the intensive training card. I'll try to pause it or slow it down before the end of a round so we can see what the actual 4 options were. Both of us do get the same options. So this power allows us to level up one of our units. Now you have to pay for the level up. That also cost us each 50 supply, so we're at we both started with 400. We both paid 50 for the intensive training, so we're at 350 each. All right, so he uses it on this guy, levels it up, levels up this guy who leveled up naturally from all the. So now both of his tarantulas are level 2. Gets a level 2 thing of fangs. Yeah, he only has enough supply to use one of his deployments. So we get this is our freebie marksman. I buy another marksman for some of my supply here. Haven't used my intensive training yet. Reason I'm going with marksman here is that I'm hoping to do some single target damage to these tarantulas. I also take the chance to level this guy and then use the power on him and level him again. So now we have a level 3 arc light. So this guy is going to be a bit tankier and dealing a bit more damage. We have 100 more, so I go for another marksman. Again, keeping, knowing that this arc light's going to clean up a lot of the lower level units, that will leave the higher single target units, which the marksmen are good against. Still have the problem with this guy going too quick to latch onto him. If I was just one square back, he'd be a lot more effective. Not that he lives long enough to do much anyway, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, this new squad of theirs, we're just evaporating. And now my marksmen are putting the hurt on these guys. This is exactly what I was going for. Unfortunately, this side is still a bit on the weaker side. But we do have one marksman trained on them, picking away at them. Well, picking away at some of the at the chap. But they are going to get my tower. But we get their tower too, which slows down his taking out of this tower. I think, yeah, he's going to take me out. But as soon as he comes into range here, my highly leveled guy is going to take him out. Not a huge amount of damage, but we win the second round. All right, unit drop time, and this is an important one. So I go with Sabertooths because they have a lot of single target damage items. They go with the melting point, which is technically a good counter against my Sabertooths. So he probably goes a bit better. The one difference here is that I, with my drop, get 3 of these guys. He only gets 1, and it's level 1 because it's not a naturally purchased unit. It doesn't get the elite bonus, so it doesn't automatically start with 2. He does buy another tarantula, which does start at level 2. My 3 guys start at level 1. We level up our tanks, which is good. Ups their damage, ups their HP, more importantly. I go for a set of fangs here. I forget what I did with the. Oh yeah. What did I do with my other? Oh yeah, another set of fangs up here. I should have put them up a little bit further because again, wanting to get the heat off of my arc light, I should have put them up just a smidge more so that they would get targeted first to let my arc light live and start doing something. So Sledgehammer is really good single target damage. These things do 6,000 a hit, which is really, really good. Also level up my marksman here. But yeah, here's the melting point going on and putting the hurt on my tank. But the tanks are doing pretty well here. As long as they have single targets to not distract them here. See, as long as he gets a shot off there, that does quite a bit of damage there, but not quite enough. But we have enough of our marksmen alive that we take out the melting point. Again, chip damage, not huge wins here. All right, so the steel balls are good melter units. Advanced targeting, I think I go with advanced targeting. So that is a 400 supply card. So I'm already down to 300. So I do not have much supply to work with this round. But this is a global buff. All of my units get their range increased by 10. And I figure outranging my opponents here, especially when we're dealing with these melting points, is going to be important. I do go for some extra crawler just for some chaff. They also pick up the portable shield, so they're going to get a free shield every couple rounds. Also, both of our intensive trainings are refreshed so that we can use those again. But I'm finding myself again, I don't have all this stuff. I also unlocked the steel balls even though I don't use them because I don't want them showing up as a free unit drop. Well, his missile takes that. Yeah, they went with spider mines now, which is bad because that distracts my single target people pretty well, and they create them every 15 here. So that's gonna be problematic because then they create a fresh set of mines, and they and when they connect with something, they do a lot of damage. That I lost my middle tank there to those mines. And then another set every 15 seconds. And even if we blow them up before they do their damage, it causes us to put shots into those mines rather than putting shots into something more important. Yeah, we're not going to be. I don't think we can take this down, even with my elite guy here, because these guys are closer. So yeah, he's not going to get a chance to latch onto the melting point. And then my level 1 marksman here, while he's going to get some shots in. That's not going to be enough to take down. So a good chunk of damage, 350 from a surviving giant. Now here's my answer to all those stupid spider mines, the elite Mustang. So Mustangs are good at clearing chaff. Now, our arc lights are good at that, but the continuous firing of Mustangs are good, are better at it. Now, I still need to pay to unlock the Mustang, and because they are elite, we need to pay 400 to get them. Now, granted, they start at level 3. It's all because I purchased that card that they start at level 3. So we can afford 1 unit of them so far. But we can purchase additional ones in later rounds, and they'll all be at level 3. All right, he's going for more missiles here. We have some guys ready to level up. I want you put some more crawlers down. Again, I just need some more chaff. I need some stuff to soak up the fire. But now you can see these guys. They very quickly mop up those things, and also they go with steel balls. But that we have enough single target damage to pop them before they. Well, most of the time those steel balls took down that guy. So yeah, we're still at a little bit of risk. We have a lot of single target items that leave us vulnerable here. We also leveled our tank, our Sabertooth, to level 3. Look how much health we just took out in a single shot with that, though. That's why we took Sabertooth. That's why we level our Sabertooths. And that takes out my tank. Well, my little tank, my sledgehammer. All right. He goes for another shield airdrop, so he has 2 of those rotating. I see the nuke, and I'm like, I don't want to play with nukes because he's already got a shield down. Shields will protect them against nukes. And I take the shield myself just in case my opponent goes with the nuke because I don't want to get nuked. But luckily, our opponent didn't go the nuke. Again, us reviewing the replay here lets us see exactly what our opponent did. But in the actual live match, I did not know what my opponent went with until we entered the round. He also unlocks storm callers here. So it looks like he's going to be, going into those. He does get down a unit of storm callers. So he's going to be going for more of an artillery. I put our shield airdrop here. We only have 50 left. And I use that to upper level my marksman to level 4. That's even more single target damage. They're going to be doing 9,000, even more than my tanks. Well, level 1 tank. So yeah, now that we have even more of these Mustangs, 3 units in total, we are very quickly vaporizing those spider mines before they hit anything and before they distract the rest of my troops. And then, yeah, we're popping these steel balls before they can do much to us. Take down their shield. And yeah, we have enough surviving forces to take down this melting point. And then all that's left is this 1 unit of... Alright, we get some free XP from the tower kill, and we take out their units. So we win that one. Alright, another unit drop here. So I might... yeah, they go into sandworms. I'm not sure about the sandworm play here. I mean, I think they probably are looking at my marksman and want the sandworm them up. I go with fortress here because I foresee, getting some extra stuff. I use my intensive training to get them to level 2. Fortresses are so much better when you can get them to level 2 compared to level 1. And we go with shield tech. We build a second one, go with shield tech, just to help protect them. And then we go with another unit of our Mustangs. Again, just to keep up with the chaff. Now, one important thing to note is a lot of players, there's a tech on Mustangs that let them shoot down missiles, and they're going with even more missiles here. But I don't actually have that tech available because that tech is really bad on Mustangs. You do want to shoot down missiles, especially if your opponent goes too heavily into them, but when Mustangs are shooting down missiles, they are not shooting at anything else. It actually stops their primary attack. We go for a lone here because I want to level up all of my marksmen here. Go for a level up on here. All right, even more, he's going for big carry on these tarantulas. But as long as we keep up with our Mustang production, we're good. Now, there's their worm in action here, but it is getting taken apart by our tank here. And yeah, he did take the power that makes it spawn a mini worm every time it surfaces. Oh, that's the other nice thing about Mustangs. In a pinch, they are also chaff. Higher cost and higher viability chaff, but the melting point focusing on individual Mustangs here was its undoing because it wasn't latching on to my higher tier units. And then we have a chance to get at their guys over here. So take another chunk at them. All right, I'm wary of the elite hacker because that lets them go for that. Now, our opponent mercifully does not go for that. They go for the portable shield. I think we go for the javelin here. And actually this is a big... So the javelin lets you pierce through shields and just basically insta-kill anything. Well, at least I think they do. The problem is the javelin does 70,000 damage. And so I'm like, okay, what is the most dangerous thing on their board that I want to delete? And I'm like, oh, this melting point. Unfortunately, at level 3, their melting point has more than 70,000 hit points. So even a hit on that melting point is not going to insta-kill it. So that was a miscalculation on my part. All right, our Sabertooth is up to a level 4 over here. Just a lot of level ups here. We have 450 supply left. Both of our drops, I'm pondering what to actually purchase. Come on, me. Make a decision. Your time's a wasting. All right, we go for another unit of Mustangs, which again ain't that bad because they keep going for all of these tarantulas. All right, goes for another worm as well. And then our crawlers are streaming ahead to soak up the attention of these melting points, of the steel balls, of the stormcrawlers. Basically, they're doing their job. They're just dying instantly, but that's exactly what we want them to do. These missiles are putting the hurt on my giants here, on my fortresses. Fortresses do have a lot to them, but yeah, they this one barely survives, which is good. But yeah, they just keep on adding numbers, and they all start at level 2, so those missiles pack a punch. But we did survive with a lot of our troops, so now they're down to 500. All right, they go incendiary bomb. We go incendiary bomb because I want to melt all their stuff here, and he wants to melt all my stuff here. Unfortunately, he plays the incendiary bomb better. So they click their oil power, which is a thing you can get from this for 150. You don't have to wait for a card for it. So he purchases his oil bomb, puts the oil down here, makes the overlap with the bomb. So basically the fire from the bomb will catch the oil on fire. So it's basically double fire, which is a pretty clever move from our opponent, gotta say. I throw my fire down here, wanting to do this. Also, we're wanting to roast these storm callers as they walk forward. If they just sit there in the fire. Yeah, he keeps leveling his storms up. Leveling our guys up. This guy's up to level 3. And yeah, here's the other smart play from our opponent. He puts down 2 shields. Not the shield powers, but like he actually purchases the shields for 100. That blocks the fire from hitting the units that are under the shield. Whereas me, I don't have as much with that. Like, I block a little of it, but it still dumps the fire outside, and then all of my Mustangs that roll into the fire, that fire is enough to take them out. Now he gets hurt by the fire too, but steel balls can sit in the fire for a little while, and we don't have as much chaff clear here. So our army is not doing nearly as well. Plus this unit right here, he put that portable shield, so it gets a number of hit points equal to its base amount. So it has a crap ton of hit points, and then it gets a shield for that amount, and he clicked the energy absorption, which means it heals itself. All of his things heal themselves as they do damage. And so this does quite a bit of damage to me. And then we get our unit drops, and I'm like, war factories, because war factories, unlike Mustangs, war factories are absolutely fantastic at shooting down missiles, and the first power I get for them is the missiles interceptor. These things, the missiles have become a humongous pain in my butt. So I decide I buy the war factories primarily for their anti-missile. Now the other thing is they have 4 cannons and they hit like a truck. they're really good single target damage. And being that we need more things to hit like a truck against them here, especially against these melting points, that's what we want. Now, I put them close to the side. I don't want them getting early focused by the melting points. I want all of my other units to sort of be the chaff for them while they do their thing. We also go for electromagnetic shot. I think that was a mistake on my part. I should have gone with elite marksman because they don't actually have a ton of techs to shut down. They do, however, go with wraiths as their free unit drop, and they go double. They go for the degeneration beam and the range, hoping to do a quick pivot to air. However, wraiths not so good against marksmen here. And you can see our war factories are shooting down all of these missiles, like almost all of the missiles. So their Stormcallers are doing very little. Meanwhile, our Mustangs are doing enough damage here, and we've got enough single target damage that we are punching through their stuff. Like, yeah, our war factory, just getting focus firing on them, plus the marksman, is enough to punch through all that HP and their healing. And we have a decisive victory. So that final card, that was a wise choice on my part, and we have the win. So let me know what you think of this this type of commentary. If you prefer the post match or the mid match, let me know either way in the comments below. Until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.